Hi, my name is Welker and I'll be doing my video presentation on ICT in a constructivist classroom. So to begin with, we're going to be looking at two of the main constructivist theorists. So the first of those, Piaget, who originally coined constructivism. So he believed that we understand the world around us based on individual knowledge, identity, and beliefs. So this was coined as psychological or individual constructivism. But today we're going to be looking more at Vygotsky's social constructivism, which is social interaction. It's how social interaction shapes both an individual's learning and development by participating in activities with others. So Vygotsky's theory kind of depends largely on collaboration among students, with the belief that they're learning more from the interactions that they're having with people around them. So what is a constructivist classroom? So I've got some dot points here. So learners construct their knowledge through a process of active inquiry. So to support collaboration in constructing knowledge, not competition. So that one's more for teachers. Also for teachers to provide scaffolding at the right time and right level. So the learners need to use and test ideas, skills, and information through relevant activities. Students need to know how to learn and change their thinking styles. So I think this one's very important in a constructivist classroom. You're not just getting students to understand the content, but also getting them to understand how they learn and maybe the ability to change how they learn or their thinking style, if they can manipulate that to learn in a different way, maybe when content's getting a bit too hard for them. And students to learn, for students to learn, they need to receive different lenses to see things in different ways. So that one's also similar. And in social constructivism, tutors and peers play a vital role in learning. So that one touches largely on collaboration again, and I guess Vygotsky's theory of students will learn a lot more by, I guess, what they learn off their peers around them. So constructivist approaches in the classroom. So what does it look like? We've just got some examples here. So activity-based group work. So things like think, pair, share. The visible thinking routines and role play. A constructivist classroom also has cooperative learning. So got discussion-based group work and group-based research activities. Also group-based research assignments in particular, and study groups, so peer learning, peer coaching. So that one also touches on, I guess, Vygotsky's theory of students will learn more from, I guess, not just their teachers, but also the peers around them and their interactions that they have with them. So ICT in the classroom, why do we use it? So I've popped down the Australian curriculum ICT general capability here. So to learn to use ICT effectively and appropriately to access, create, and communicate information and ideas, solve problems and work collaboratively in all learning areas at the school and in their lives beyond school. So I've chosen to include the Australian curriculum general capability instead of the Victorian curriculum capability, mainly because it's just a bit more in-depth. But it's very similar wording in the Victorian curriculum also. And also here we've got the Australian Professional Standards of Teaching, so ATL. I've included standard 2.6 here, so implement teaching strategies for using ICT to expand curriculum learning opportunities for students. So this one's aimed particularly at teachers and putting, I guess, great emphasis on them to keep up to date with ICT and learn how to use ICT strategies, because that will, I guess, have a greater influence in the classroom with students who are becoming a lot more technologically minded in their thinking. Okay, so I've got 3 examples of ICT that we can use in a constructivist classroom. So I've got Kahoot, Google Docs, and Padlet. So we're going to begin with Kahoot. So it's an online interactive quiz website set out with multiple choice questions, not only a tool for the teacher, as students can create quizzes themselves. So this one touches on getting students to work together, collaborate together, to create their own quizzes. So this gives the option for students to do group-based quiz making. Yep, building on their collaboration skills. It encourages research-based learning. Clearly displays what students have learnt and how they understand the content. So that last point there is very important. I think not only is it getting students to collaborate and learn off each other, but it's also giving the teacher the opportunity to see what gaps they have in their knowledge and understanding. So I'm just going to go over to the Kahoot website very quickly. So my area of study is history, which I'm using for this assignment. So I've just got the Roman Republic quiz on here, and as you can see, so what form of government existed in Rome prior to the start of the Republic? So the correct answer is monarchy. Having 25 students answer this question, and maybe if 15 get the answer wrong and they all answer the same question, that'll give the teacher, I guess, the understanding that that's an area that they need to focus on as well. Okay. So next up we have Google Docs. So it's an interactive and collaborative writing tool. Similar layout to Microsoft Word document, which allows students to pick it up rather quickly. It's not like you're introducing a completely new, I guess, idea to them in this program. So suited well for group assessment tasks outside of the classroom. So this one's very important, I think, not only doing activities within the classroom, but getting students to collaborate outside of the classroom at their own homes. They can work on it at night, all at the same time. And students can critique and provide feedback on each other's input. So here I've just got a Google Doc up. So if you had maybe a group of 4 students all working on this assessment together, they would all be able to interact with it, I guess, put in more information, and it's all happening in real time, so they can see the updates as they happen, which proves to be a very engaging and effective collaboration tool to use. Okay, and lastly we have Padlet, which is an interactive and collaborative online bulletin board. It allows students to share pictures with each other. So I'm going to use history for this example again for Padlet. So here I've just got the Soviet propaganda poster. I've got a few examples there. So this program allows students to go on. They can search easy as, I'll go Russia propaganda. So it just searches the internet. They can pick a poster. Oops, sorry. So this one will upload onto the screen. Why isn't that working? Sorry, I'll just grab another one. So this allows students to all have an input in the classroom, no matter what level they're at. The use of just imagery kind of helps with differentiation a lot. Students who are struggling to understand the content can still have a good input. Students who are quite high in the class are able to have, I guess, a more in-depth input, and yeah, I guess they can also upload more images and have more of an input. So differentiation. So just for Kahoot, I've got Students, so students here can be in mixed group abilities, but you can also group students together with strengths. And I've done the same for Google Docs as well, and I find that very important. Yeah, so we've all touched on those. And a couple more things to keep in mind is cyber safety and ethical consideration. So obviously cyberbullying and plagiarism are self-explanatory. Another one is content safety to worry with these programs. It's hard to get students to, I guess, keep on task and not say inappropriate stuff or not look up inappropriate content when they're using web browsers. So that's something that teachers have to, I guess, keep on top of whilst using these 3 programs. So I've just got my reference list there, and thank you for watching.